What's good, YouTube? It is your boy, Big Cool, coming to you from Colossal Sports TV in association with 3kingsboxing.com. And I'm here right now with my bros, two writers, contributors to 3kingsboxing.com. Fellas, introduce yourself. I'll let my man Blake start off, man. Let him know what you do for Three Kings Boxing.
Yeah, contributor, writer, pro, uh, promoter for Three Kings. Hey man, I'm Three Kings. Ain't nothing else. Three Kings boxing. Hey, they can change my name to Three Kings if they want to. Shit.
All right, man. Bakari, go and let them know what you do, man. As part of the squad.
What's going on? I'm one of the newest members, but one of the contributing writers. Help with research and good stuff like that. And like you said, I like the way that sound. I'm a promoter of Three Kings as well.
Hey, man, my man Bakari, dog came in and hit the ground running. He put the little pressure on me. You know, the lead journalist, I had to step my shit up, and that's what I look for, man. Because iron sharpen iron. So, man, look, that man, hey, he humble. We all humble, but trust and believe. Go check out all the articles, man. He be pushing this shit out. I be like, damn, article sent, article sent. I'm like, let me step my shit up, man. So we all sharpen iron over here, man. None but the realest, most unbiased, knowledgeable cats in the game by far. But we here to talk about some boxing, man, and a lot of shit went down. Big fights got finalized. Fights upcoming. We got some shit going down this weekend. Down in my boy Blake's neck of the wood. Or no, that's next weekend in his neck of the wood. But one of the fighters that's fighting in the main event hails from Houston, Texas, man. So we're gonna talk about that a little later, even though it ain't the fight we was expecting due to an unfortunate injury to Tony Harrison. But nonetheless, we still got to fight with Jermell Charlo, man, taking on Jorge Cota. But first up, Errol Spence Jr., Shawn Porter have finalized a unification bout. They came to an agreement, and now we just got to wait on the time, which is going to be in September sometime, and the location, which we hearing over at 3kingsboxing.com that Brooklyn is the front runner. You know what I'm saying? At the Barclays Arena, but let's not rule out Dallas, Texas. That's where Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence took place on March 16th, where Errol Spence beat that ass for 12 rounds. I'm gonna let my man Bakari give me your initial thoughts on this fight, man. Who you favor early on without even breaking the tape down to the white meat on this fight, man? Who you got? Who you leaning to, and what's your thoughts on this fight?
And you know, it's funny because one, I was super ecstatic about this fight because I think this is easily going to be one of the best fights of the year. Um, but again, like the my initial gut is you want to say Arrow because he's kind of got like a lot of good stuff going for him right now. He's got momentum. He's definitely got the biggest like media side behind him. But again, like I just cannot sleep on my boy Shawn Porter, and it's just like win, lose, or draw. Like I said, I still think he got one of the best resumes at welterweight. He done fought the most dangerous people. And even in his two losses, he ain't never been, ran over or he got handled or he got sunned or nothing like that. Even in his losses, they like still real close. And so, like, I don't know, man. Common knowledge would say Errol Spence, but I don't know. I really think pick 'em fight. And I know a lot of people are just gonna go with Errol, but like I say, Shawn is rugged. He's shown he can fight on the inside and he can show he can box. And so, like I say, I think that's a real pick 'em fight. That's a 50-50 fight to me.
All right, man. We got Black Power, Black Activist, the Health Guru for the first. Now this is the second time on the channel, man. Mr. Michael Wilson, one of the most knowledgeable cats, man, especially in the lower weight classes. Hey, let them know where they can find you at, man, too, so they can check you out. It's all an extension of 3kingsboxing.com, but we do have individual outlets, man, that you can reach us on when we not all together. So let them know where they can catch you at before I get your thoughts on this.
First of all, I want to say What's going on, fellas? And thanks for having me on. And belated happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You can find me, Pound for Pound Box Report. I do a live YouTube show podcast every week, once a week. If you want to find out all information, where to find us, social media and platforms that carry podcasts and all that stuff, p4pboxingreport.wordpress.com. That's the link to the to the page, so you find all the information there.
Hey, you see, he out of breath. He just left the gym. Look at him, man. He just left the gym and shit. Cuz out there talking to Charlo over there, you know, in Wakanda and shit, man. So look. Anyway, Mike, what's your initial thoughts on this fight? Errol Spence Jr., Shawn Porter taking place sometime in the fall in a unification bout, man. Who do you favor early on?
You can't knock Porter based on resume, based on who he's fought. He's given everyone a tough fight, including the best in the division. That being said, I have to go with Spence. The thing for me is Porter is at his best fighting rough and physical fight coming in, but he's going against a guy who can be just as physical, who's just as physically strong, and has the skills to deal with Porter on the outside. So for me, Spence can hang with Porter in multiple ways, inside and out. And if Mikey Garcia fight proves with anything, is that those who want to question the skill set of one of Spence, you can't do that after that fight. So I have to go with Errol Spence here. I don't think he's going to knock Porter out, but I think he's going to win by decision.
You think he's going to be a competitive decision, or it's going to be a clear-cut victory, similar to Mikey Garcia?
It's going to be competitive just because of how physical Porter is and how he fights. He's on you like a rash. Doesn't let you have room to breathe. So he's going to be all over Spence. And because of that, it's going to be a good fight, a competitive fight. I just think that Spence will have too much for him on the night.
All right. Hey, Blake, do you think Shawn Porter, I'm going to spin it a little bit. Do you think that Shawn Porter will try to come out and employ the game plan he did against Danny Garcia and more recently against Yordenis Ugas, where he showed, you know, it might have not been A-class boxing ability, but he showed that he has that ability to box from the outside, and he was actually patient, and that's what almost cost him the fight against Yordenis Ugas. So you think he's going to come in looking to box Spence early on to kind of confuse him and then try to drag it out to a physical war?
I thought about that. Is he maybe trying to, because you don't know what Porter is. We're going to get the rough Porter. We get the Porter that try to box. But if you get the Porter that try to box, he showed you against Ugas and against Kell Brook. When he try to stay on the outside, man, you just can work Shawn Porter with a jab easy. When Shawn Porter tries to stay on the outside, that he going to get hit with that jab, because one thing about Shawn Porter, when he opened up for his offense, he leaves himself open. So if you look at the Kell Brook fight, Kell Brook was catching him to 1-2 every time he opened up. Yep. So from the outside, he leaves himself open. And then if he wants to fight a rugged and rough fight, that goes up. That's right up Errol Spence's alley. And then Errol Spence is more accurate than you. See, Shawn Porter, he's rough, but a lot of those shots, he's gonna throw by 6 and land by 2 clean. He's not an accurate punch at all. So if he wants to get rough, then that's just going. I see it being somewhat competitive, but if he stay on the outside, then he can go get picked up. Then he'll sit there and get picked apart, because Spence showed you he can pick you apart from the outside, what he did to Mikey. Then if he want to get up close, well then, and to me, Spence got a better pocket game than Shawn Porter. He's just better. He's better than Shawn Porter all around.
All right, man. We just joined by 2K, man, CEO of 3kingsboxing.com. We talking about Shawn Porter, Errol Spence. It is official. You know what I'm saying? Check out 3kingsboxing.com for that story. We broke it yesterday or sometime earlier this week. I can't remember because we break so much news. But 2K, man, I know you favor Spence in this fight. What are your thoughts on this matchup as overall as a whole? Do you think it's going to be highly competitive throughout the course of the fight, or you think Spence going to pull away in the closing rounds or in the second half?
I think any fight with Shawn Porter is going to be highly competitive no matter what, just because of the type of style that he brings to the ring. I mean, there's too many, you know what I'm saying? Too many ways that Shawn Porter can tackle a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, hit you below the waist, above the waist.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? Leading head first, face masking niggas. That's what Shawn Porter does, bro. So if that's the case, then regardless of how skilled the fighter is, he's gonna come out of that fight, a little bit bruised up, banged up, even though he might dominate the fight. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Kell Brook, for example, when they fought. I think he won by majority decision, but a lot of us felt that he pretty much dominated the fight. You know what I'm saying? But he was still a little banged up. Even his game plan of, shooting the check left hook that Shawn Porter is susceptible to, as we all know, that was Adrian Broner's punch of glory when he knocked him down. The only thing he did in that fight against Shawn Porter was check left hook, knocked down in the 12th round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But Kell Brook threw the check left hook, then he hold him. Did that shit for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? He still was in there getting banged up. So, yeah, I mean, Errol Spence is going to win this fight, but it's not going to be a fight where he just walks in there and just says, here you go, boom, boom, done, knockout. Nah, bro. A lot of niggas are saying that shit, too.
I doubt that. I don't think this fight ended in a knockout, man. Unless it's to the body, but like you said, Shawn Porter, he been dropped, he been buzzed, but he never really been visibly, to me, shaken, really hurt to where, like, oh shit, he on the verge of being knocked out. So I think that I see this as a more dangerous fight for Spence than Pacquiao for Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you got two guys that's, physically strong and, with Porter having that stamina, and like you said, he a roughhouse, former football player, so he really is physically strong. I think that he'll be able to neutralize Errol Spence early on before Errol Spence, gets the distance. And like Blake was alluding to, just picking them apart from the outside. 1-2 jab, straight left hand, mixing in with a right hook or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's gonna be competitive. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if it's super, super competitive where it's like, damn, the last 2 or 3 rounds, a motherfucker gotta, really pull ahead to get a decision. But you know what I'm saying?
I think Errol Spence will probably take over early, because one thing Shawn Porter has been trying to do, and I'll give him credit, he's been trying to change his style a little bit to take away a little bit of the roughhousing that a lot of people are complaining about, fans and fighters. And he's deciding to try to use his jab more, box from the outside, et cetera, et cetera. I think he'll come in there and try to do that again. He tried it against Yordenis Ugas. It was dumb as hell. He should have just tackled Yordenis Ugas. That was the nigga you should have been tackling. You know what I'm saying? But he employed it against Danny Garcia. That was the right move, because Danny Garcia waits. Errol Spence, this is a guy that you got to tackle. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to go in there and try to outbox Errol Spence. He's going to get beat up pretty badly towards the end of the fight, in my opinion. In the beginning, I see him mixing it up. I see Shawn Porter taking a couple of rounds in the beginning just because of volume, not because he was a smarter fighter or he did things better than Errol Spence. It's just because of sheer volume. You know what I'm saying? But then eventually stamina is going to take over. I mean, not saying that he has bad stamina or anything like that, but nigga, you fighting, you going to get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stamina is going to take over. Errol Spence is the smarter fighter, in my opinion, and he's more dynamic. So he's going to bring a lot more shit to the table in the middle to later rounds. And then you're going to start to see Shawn Porter get beaten up pretty badly until the fight ends. You know what I'm saying? But if there's a knockout, there could be a knockout. I'm not saying that people are wrong in thinking that Errol Spence knocks him out. I think that it's just going to be a rough fight. If there is a knockout, regardless, still going to be a rough fight. I say people are wrong when they think Errol Spence is going to walk in the fucking ring, 2-piece this nigga up, and that's the end of the fight. Nah, man.
No. If anybody think that, bro, then they really haven't watched boxing or don't have a understanding the concept of what Shawn Porter is and who he's fought, and to survive some, big punchers and, skilled guys that he didn't fought. And it's like, nah, Kell Brook can punch, Keith Thurman can punch. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, nah, I don't see that. If that shit happen, I'd be dumbfounded. I'd be like, whoa,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for real.
saying? I'd be like, that nigga Spence, definitely the only fight that need to be done. Even more so is him versus Crawford, because the winner of Pacquiao Thurman definitely has no chance. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, I look forward to this fight, man. I think it's gonna be a high caliber fight. I think it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be interesting to me, for me to see how Porter deals with those body shots, because you know he liked to clinch and hug and tackle and whisper shit in your ear and all that. And we know Spence ain't with all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna have to protect that body by all means, man. And he either gonna take it to the chin or to the body, one or the other, man. So a stoppage late is something I could definitely see, from accumulation of those body punches, man. That he gonna
I
no
could
doubt.
I could see it being stopped on cuts because Shawn Porter got a bad problem with cuts.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Who said something?
Oh no, I was saying it could be stopped on cuts because Shawn Porter does have a bad problem. He got a cut. He cut easy.
I see. I could agree with that, but this gonna be a high stake fight. It got to be an ugly cut. I mean, it got to be some shit where, you know what I'm saying, the nigga, the eyelid hanging over the eyeball or something like that. Because for a unification bout, it's pretty much, you know, motherfuckers. Yeah, you got to be really, you know what I'm saying. You can't really referee a tight fight in this case because it's so much at stake for both men. So I think that it got to be a major cut to where it's like, yeah, that nigga, he gonna lose his fucking eyesight if he continue to fight. So you know what I'm saying?
He got some
Yeah.
bad scar tissue.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, yeah, that's true.
He go damn near be Gabe Rosado. I mean, Shawn Porter get cut quite a bit. Get cut quite a bit in this fight.
Shit like that.
Damn, you compared to Gay Rosado.
Yeah, I don't think he gave Rosado, brother, but yeah, I mean
It ain't that bad. It ain't bad like that or Israel Vasquez or somebody like that.
that nigga Gabe Rosado, that motherfucker accidentally bump into something, nigga, blood everywhere. That's Gabe Rosado, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nowhere near that shit. But I mean, I get what he's saying. He does. It's over that left eye. He's got a little bit of scar tissue, but I mean, I don't see that playing too much of a big deal in this fight. And at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, any fight that anybody's in with Shawn Porter, man, you're gonna get banged up. I mean, that's just there's no way around that shit, bro. He's just too rough.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the case. So we definitely gonna see. Like I said, I cannot wait for this fight. You know, Three Kings gonna be covering it leading up to it, you know, at the fight. So, you know, just stay tuned for September, man, where these two guys finally gonna get in the ring and see who the better man. All right, man, next topic. My man, I think it was who's the wrote the article? Was it Michael Wilson or Ricard? Wrote the article on Terence Crawford. He's seeking a legitimate welterweight contender to fight in his next fight with Spence. Showdown likely not happening until 2020, as we reported.
Yeah, that was Bakari.
Because
that was Corey, wasn't it?
oh well, she won.
Yeah,
Hey,
I ain't do that one.
well,
Yeah, that was Corey.
Hey, well, shout out to Corey Cunningham, another member of 3kingsboxing.com for the article. 2K, man. Who would you like to see out of the guys that Corey mentioned? I know it was Luis Collazo, Jesse Vargas, and Kell Brook. For me, I take Jesse Vargas just by default because he the fresh out of all them niggas. Collazo old as fuck. Kell Brook, you graze his eye, that bitch gonna shatter. So I don't want to see that shit. So I guess we'll take, you know, Jesse Vargas.
Oh shit.
What's your thoughts on it, man? Or do you got a sleeper?
Yeah, just getting ready to say, I'm about to shock all y'all. My pick, man. First of all, Kell Brook is whack as fuck. Y'all saw how he fought Michael Zarafa. Plus, this nigga ain't been at 147 for 2 years. Nope, not trying to see that. Jesse Vargas been whacked since before Mayweather cut him. I've been telling niggas, I don't know why people like Jesse Vargas, man. He's trash, bro. And then he's over there getting draws with Thomas DeLorme, the same nigga Terence Crawford beat the fuck out of over here in Fort Worth. I know I don't want to see that neither. You know what I'm saying? Then he's talking about what was the other one? You
Louis
said
Collazo.
Nah, I ain't trying to see no goddamn Louis Collazo. You know what I'm saying? Louis Collazo's good on Wednesday, then he's trash on Thursday. I don't want to see that neither. Because now I gotta worry about, okay, well, which Louis Collazo are we gonna get? We're gonna get the one that beat the fuck out of Sammy Vargas, or we're gonna get the one that got his ass beat the fuck up by Amir Khan? Which one? No, I don't want to see him neither. You know what I'm saying?
I think I got a feeling about who you about to say.
Listen,
go ahead.
They said Alexander Vesputin. He's not fighting. He's not fighting Terence Crawford because he's getting ready to get into an interim WBA interim title bout. with another one of the WBA high-ranked contenders. Plus, he's only 13-0, and he's not ranked by the WBO, so it's not going to be Vesputin. And then he said Egidijus Kavaliauskas. I wouldn't mind that. The only problem with that is Kavaliauskas is a bit one-dimensional. We saw that against the guy that I'm picking, Ray Robinson.
I knew you were about to say that, motherfucker.
I want to see him fight Ray Robinson. If it ain't nobody else, give me Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson is coming out of nowhere right now. This nigga's over here getting draws with the WBO #1 contender. He's getting draws with one of the best prospects in the sport. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out here saying he could easily be 24-3-1. You know, I'm sorry, 24-3-0. You know, he's got 2 draws right now, 2 back-to-back draws that he shouldn't have gotten, right? A lot of people think he won those fights. Let me say 26-3-0. Sorry. So a lot of people think he won those fights. So Ray Robinson is a guy, if you realistically look at it, he's actually coming out of nowhere, and he's showing that, hey, just because I lost to Yordenis Ugas, who is a top welterweight, by the way, just because I lost to Yordenis Ugas in 2018, hey, nigga, in 2019, I'm giving motherfuckers fits that thought I was going to be some stepping stone type of opponent. That's not the deal. So out of all those people that he named, I'm saying, fuck it, give me Ray Robinson.
Right. And I think
my bad, by the way. And Ray Robinson, the last man to beat Terence Crawford, by the way, in the amateurs. Go ahead.
Ooh, well, they got a backstory behind it. So, like I said, that's definitely Ray Robinson, a good fighter, man. My only problem with him is their perception of what, you know, that shit with Josh Kelly. He was swinging and missing out there a lot, but I still felt he won. You know, he initiated the action. He forced the pace of the fight for him. But, you know what I'm saying, he's a good fighter, tall, rangy, you know what I'm saying, solid power, solid skills. Like I said, he ain't going to back down. He going to make Crawford think in there a little bit. He going to have to get inside that reach and that awkwardness because, you know, them shots come from a long way, but they got some decent pop on them when they land. So if you don't know who Ray Robinson is, when you're talking about Sugar Ray Robinson, talking about Ray Robinson from Philadelphia, check him out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all motherfuckers be like, well, he dead. Oh, motherfucker. No. Yeah. We just saying Sugar, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, just Ray Robinson from Philadelphia. Ballhead motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he look like fucking John, wasn't it? John Sally a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big goofy motherfucker, man. But nah, Mike, man, what's your thoughts on 2K's insertion of Ray Robinson over the guys that Corey listed? And do you have anybody else that we may not be thinking about?
Actually, Ray Robinson is a very good choice, given the backstory. And just look at it from a physical standpoint. Taller than Crawford, longer arms than Crawford, likes to stay on the outside, skills, like to use the jab. It would take Crawford would have to do some work in order to find Robinson, in order to get inside of Robinson. It wouldn't be a pushover. Crawford would have to go some rounds in this fight. The other fighters on the list, I mean, I don't think too highly of. I mean, Vargas, he struggled against old Humberto Soto, whose best weight was what, 26, 30?
130.
Right.
He been shot for 15 years, bro.
Right. Before he finally knocked him out. We know the issues with Brook. Collazo, they tried to make a fight with Collazo before finally deciding on Amir Khan earlier this year. So who wants to see that? Vesputin, nobody really cares about him. And the other guy who fought Robinson,
overrated.
Right. So I like 2K's choice. I'm good with that.
All right, Bakari, man, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I gotta agree because like you say, it's just the other choices are just so, you know, they so flavorless. Like don't nobody want to see them guys. I can't believe anybody think they got a real chance to win. And then even when you say their names, ain't nobody gonna really get hyped about it. So like you say, you got good physical dimension matchups. You got the backstory about the amateurs, and again, Andy Ruiz, he didn't really put it in the air. I don't know how long it's going to last, but just, you know, underdogs or people that might not be known by the masses, you know, they just looking like that hot ticket right now. And so I think that's another way to sell the fight. But yeah, it's just, I think that's a good option. But the names on the table are, I mean, we've been there, done that. They've been beat up by lesser people, and I don't think it's really no mystery to what will happen if you put them in there with Crawford.
Yeah, man. Jesse Vargas is a lovable loser, man. And then Louis Collazo, I still can't forget that motherfucker for what the fuck he did against Thurman because he had that motherfucker on the brink, and then it's like you about to run up, and then nigga pepper sprayed you or something. He like, oh, he forgot how to fucking punch when he had that motherfucker folded up on the ropes, ready to go. I don't know what that shit was about, man, but I can't forget that old nigga for that. And like 2K said, man, he got beat the fuck up by Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? And I was there. Yeah, I mean, he just beat. Yeah, he got beat the fuck up by Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? And when you relegated to calling out Adrian Broner, I seen that tweet a while ago.
Yeah.
Louis Collazo, nigga, Adrian Broner, nigga, that nigga is just a name now. You know what I'm saying? So you get no love off of calling out Adrian Broner, nigga. We know you could probably beat him. You know what I'm saying? So no.
The biggest name that's really because he was at the damn fight when Terence Crawford made Amir Khan quit. Mm-hmm. And that's Kell Brook. That's the biggest name, and it's the one that's at the forefront right now. I mean, dog, the nigga struggled against Michael Zarafa. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Zarafa's the same dude that I disrespected on an interview we had with him, man. Basically told the nigga his title was fake. You know what I'm saying? He walking around with a WBA Jupiter title. Man, get that shit out of here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers, he struggled with him. Now, he won damn near every round, but when I say he struggled, I mean, he didn't win those rounds. Like, it wasn't a blowout. Michael Zarafa was actually touching him. I don't want to see him fight Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The fuck would I want to see that for after just witnessing this? So, I mean, they need to literally remove Kell Brook from the list. I mean, they won't do it because he's the biggest name that is out there that he could fight in the meantime while he's trying to get in the good graces of Al Heyman and PBC. I'm telling you, bro, look, man, he going to have to somehow, a bag going to have to get turned over. You're going to have to give away one of your purses, bro, to be able to get one of them big fights. That's why they couldn't work the deal out with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking this whole time, right? Yep. And then all of a sudden, here comes the damn announcement that Errol Spence is going to be fighting Shawn Porter. That tells you that the bag ain't right, bro. So what he going to have to do, and his motherfucking 3-fight deal for $3 million, now it's 2-fight deal for $3 million because one of them goddamn $3 million is going to fucking Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gonna have to do.
In my DJ Khaled voice, you played yourself.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
No, you shit. That was a good way to end it. You fucking right. Look, man, he's on the outside looking in. It's just like Jermell Charlo at 160. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, it's a 3-fight deal for $6 million. I mean, instead of a 3-fight deal for $9 million. Let me say it that way, because 3 of the millions is going to Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, man. If I was Terence Crawford, you know how motherfuckers when you're a rapper, you sign a fucking deal and it ain't what you thought it was, and you just start putting out music. Let me put this shit out, cuz goddamn nigga dropped like 3 albums in 1 year. Why you think you trying to do that shit? Trying to get the fuck up out of that deal, cuz. So shit, yeah. Bob. If I'm fucking Crawford, I fight them 3 niggas in the same week. You know, I fight one Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cuz. I'm like, look, Bob, it's nice doing business with you, cuz, but I'm going to go over here on the other side of the street.
I got a question in regards to that.
Go ahead.
Could Crawford buy himself out of his contract a la Floyd?
Man, I don't think he's gonna do that because he's got a $3 million guarantee. Look, I said this on the Three Kings Boxing podcast. I said, look, it's obvious to me that Terence Crawford is about the money. You know what I'm saying? He knew PBC had a fucking stranglehold on the division that he was currently in. Mm-hmm. But instead of actually going over there to fuck with them, he said, "Nah, man, I'm signing back with old Bobby."
He pulled a Tim Bradley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Without being the coon, though. He ain't the coon. He ain't converted to coonism yet.
And what's worse about that is Tim Bradley wasn't getting as much money. Yep. Here's the thing. Old Bobby was like, we're going to give you this much guaranteed. He was like, fuck it, give me that. You know that nigga Terence Crawford still living the trap? You know what I'm saying? I seen that nigga walking out the crack house the other day, bro. So,
no bulletproof vest.
Yeah, exactly.
What you were doing? Hey, what you were doing by the trap house?
Hey, you know we got eyes and ears on everybody, man.
Exactly. I'm everywhere, nigga. Just remember that. But I was in Omaha, Nebraska for some reason the other day, nigga. I don't know why. But the point is, the point is, I mean, like I said, he was given that offer. They said, hey, look at the guys that we could put you up against, and then we'll most likely give you a big fight on your third fight. You talking about Jose Benavidez, fucking Amir Khan, and then somebody else. I think it was after Jose Benavidez when he re-signed, actually. I can't remember. So it might have just been Amir Khan as the first fight of that deal. I can't remember. If y'all remember, correct me.
I thought Benavidez was part of that deal. I thought
was he a part of it?
I thought he signed that deal last year.
Yeah, I think Benavidez was a part of it. So it would have been Benavidez, Amir Khan, and then somebody else. And he probably said the big fight will be the third fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why they've been in talks with PBC. But I don't know, man. Like, to me, it's just obvious that it's the money for him because you saw what you got. And, you know, you're gonna go by the WBO rankings and whatever free agents are out there that you could fight. But all the top fighters are PBC, man. All of them.
Yep.
And he still chose what he chose.
You know, that's
kind of. I think he is starting to feel the heat because a lot of people, especially, I mean, he can't get the pass Loma get. Like, Loma can go fight Anthony Corolla and people like, oh, look how great he is. But Terence Crawford is still people who saying Terence Crawford haven't fought anybody. It's still people who say he don't have any credible opponents. And he fighting Amir Khan and Jose Benavidez, and he going to go fight Kell Brook. The same people will keep criticizing him for saying he's fought nobody. So I think he's feeling the pressure. That's why he's starting to put he like, man, I want to fight these champions because they still not giving him the credit for the fighters that he's faced.
And then I also think at that point, man, yeah, you love fighting, but at that point, it's hard to get up for these guys, man. Who want to constantly get up for a person you know you're gonna beat? That's like we growing up, right? You know what I'm saying? We all got siblings, you know, whether they older or younger. We good at them, and some we beating at. Like my sister, she want to play the game with me. Man, look, you ain't good at this shit. All right, I'll play you. Keep beating your ass. I'm tired of playing you, so I'm not gonna play you no more. So I think that's what Crawford facing too. He's tired of fighting these subpar, you know, fighters going through an 8 to 10 week grueling training camp just to get a fucking quick victory. Nah, man, that's a waste of everybody's time, cuz.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but that nigga say he made his bed, he got to sleep in it, cuz now.
Exactly.
Yeah, nigga. Why he touching Errol Spence' stomach? That nigga touching more money than him. So hey.
And I doubt if Bob Arum put him in the ring with Ray Robinson.
I mean, he got to fight. I mean, I do too.
I was speaking on based on business. That's who as a boxing peers. That's who the best opponent. But Bob Arum, Bob Arum, no black on black. He don't know how to sell black on black fighters, and that's the problem. Floyd said he always had with him. He don't know how to sell black fighters, so he's probably gonna put him in there with somebody of foreign descent. I could see a Kell Brook with the UK fans. So,
no, I agree with you. I mean, I don't.
Oh no, I was just adding on. I was just adding on to that. I say we would like to see him, but that's not the fight that's probably gonna happen.
The black on black thing, I think, becomes the probably third or fourth priority. What it is they're going to put him in there with a bigger name so they can sell tickets. That's what they're going to do. And like I said, you got to remember, he's got a $3 million guarantee. Probably more than that, 3 point something, some odd number, million guarantee. They got to sell tickets. Kell Brook is the biggest name, huh? You know what I'm saying? So that's why it'll most likely be that whack motherfucker. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if we're talking about the best matchups, it's got to be Ray Robinson outside of what he's got to pick. He has nobody to pick. I mean, it sucks. Though. He nigga should have stayed at 140 if he was going to be with top rank.
Well, hey, let me go to the chat real quick. What's good, MM Sports Talk? He says, after Spence and Porter fight, when does Spence finally get Thurman? Shit, when Thurman grow a pair of balls and sign on the dotted line, then he said Porter and Garcia both turned down fights against Crawford. Hey, look, maybe so, but that ain't the point of the matter. The fact of the matter is he shouldn't have signed with Bob Arum knowing that he was going to welterweight, or he shouldn't have signed a long-term deal that pretty much locked him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew the history. He knows the history. Nobody really want to do business with Bob Arum. Yeah, Al Haymon still may be involved, but look, the more money, if you with Al Haymon, there's more money for you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an in-house type fight. so you can get some on the back end, on under the table, wherever. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to split the fucking shit. That's why you see Pacquiao and Mayweather took so long to fucking make, besides the egos and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So if Crawford wanted to fight these guys as bad as he said he did, you know what I'm saying? He would have, you know, or he would have made it more clear in his contract with Bob Arum to look, this is what needs to happen in order for me to extend with you. And he did.
In short, he would have made options, and he didn't do
it. Exactly.
Well, they're saying this, that those two guys turned down the fight in a way, you know, based on how the context of what we're speaking about this in, and then they said that comment kind of tells me that he's saying that regardless, he would still not be able to get those fights because those guys are walking away from it. Here's the deal. There's always somebody on the back end from the business side that's like, hey, this is not good business. You know what I'm saying? Those fighters aren't just sitting there. No, I don't want to fight. Nah, man. There's this business side. There's a business side on the back end that's saying, hey, this is gonna be the layout. This is the situation. We could do this, but if we keep this in house, it's more money. Exactly. I mean, there's always something like that. So here's the deal: is what we're saying. We're not saying Terence Crawford is this guy that everybody's ducking or anything like that. Here's the deal: Terence Crawford put himself in a bad situation by being in the how do I want to say, the inferior boxing banner as it pertains to 147. Not saying Top Rank's inferior to PBC.
Just the welterweights are.
But at welterweight they are, exactly. Just based on what welterweights are under their banner. If he would have signed with PBC, it would have been a lot better for those fighters to make that fight in-house. And I doubt those fighters would have turned it down. There's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah, they would have had no choice. They would have had no choice but to fight him eventually. He said, my MMA Sports Talk says, was PBC offering anything? I mean,
like what?
That's what I'm saying. Is it open? I mean, shit. Because if they turn the fight down, then Bob Arum had to offer them something. Or was it a counter offer? I'm pretty sure it was. You know what I'm saying? All that shit ain't gonna get reported like that. You know what I'm saying? Because both entities will try to, make the other look bad just because that's how shit is. But I mean, I'm assuming there had to be a counter offer, but for the fight not to happen, I mean, you got to talk to the people that's involved with that. But I didn't hear anything in terms of PBC, offering anything. All I heard was that Bob Arum came out and said that Garcia turned the fight down. I think he said he tried to offer Porter something, but Porter didn't want to sign. So I mean, that's what it is in terms of that situation. So.
I guarantee you, the business side has something to do with that. They was like, hey man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just like that meme we had where you had Porter and Errol Spence playing ping pong. You had motherfucking Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman over there playing music and shit. Mm-hmm. And then you had Danny Garcia over there chilling with the cherries, nigga. Right?
Yep.
And outside looking in through the window was Terence Crawford. That's exactly what they doing. That was the perfect meme, dog. Because that's exactly what's happened. You know what I'm saying? They said, fuck that nigga. Hey, look, they went to Shawn Porter and was like, nigga, why the fuck would you fight Terence Crawford, nigga, when we about to give you Errol Spence? Fuck that nigga.
Bigger payday.
Yeah.
Hey, 2K, maybe you can answer this question. He said, when was Crawford's contract up the first time? Oh shit, when it a year or two ago? When was
it? It was before Benavidez, so after he beat Jeff Horn.
Okay, yeah, because that's when he re-upped, yeah. So yeah, it was after he beat Jeff Horn, his contract, he had wrapped it up, but he got suckered back in. So, hey man, we off this topic. We about to move to the next one, man, because I think we know the fight gonna happen next year, but it's just a matter of Terence Crawford continue to raise his profile if he want a bigger cut of that pie. You know what I'm saying? So he might have to fight. I mean, at this point though, fighting Kell Brooks, somebody that Spence beat convincingly, made him quit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that you're gonna have to get Danny Garcia. Well, no, he fight Mikey, so
nope, none of the top welterweights are available right now.
Unless you're gonna try to do something like shit, go up to 154 and face somebody, but then I don't know what's up there for you.
That nigga should fight Adrian Broner.
Hey, it may seem funny. The only
That's a sad indictment when you got to settle for Broner, considering what he is now.
It is, but it isn't in terms of the casual. Because imagine if he knocked out Broner. He'd be the first guy to do that. You know what I'm saying? Broner gonna talk shit, and we know Broner's associated with Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather, and all them cats. So if he was able to stop him, that would be like, oh shit, he the first one to stop Adrian Broner. So I mean, it's bad in terms of a competitive matchup, but for Crawford, he's standing to gain a little more because Shawn Porter can't say he knocked out Adrian Broner. Manny Pacquiao can't say he knocked out Adrian Broner. They can say they beat him, but to stop him, that's a feat in itself. Because, like it or not, Adrian Broner got a hell of a chin. You know what I'm saying? To take Maidana shots and keep going for 12 rounds, hey, chin is certified. You know what I'm saying? Top notch.
That nigga got a hell of a chin, and he's got heart. And here's the deal. Like you said, Jermell, he knocks him out, profile instantly fucking raised. You know what I'm saying? Because he still brings in a bunch of people that love to see him lose. Hell, Adrian Broner wasn't his last 6 fights. The nigga's 3-2-1 or some shit like that. The reason why I remember is because I had just checked it not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? The nigga 3-2-1, man. You know what I'm saying?
Should be like 0-5-1.
But I doubt Al Heyman would.
No. Hold on, let me finish. Al Heyman would do it because Al Heyman, remember, they just finished talking with Top Rank about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. I can see Al Heyman playing one of his little wild cards that he don't give a fuck about, which is Adrian Broner. Yeah, if you want a bigger purse, fight this nigga real quick. You know, we don't give a fuck about him. I can see that, bro. Remember, they did do business already with John Molina Jr. and Felix Diaz, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. I know they'll do business. I'm not one of those people because I know they'll do business. But you gotta look at it like this here. Majority of the casual, what I know from my end, the casual fans found out who Shawn Porter was from Adrian Broner. So Al Heyman being smart business wise, why would I use one of my fighters to up the profile of one of your fighters to give you bigger leverage at the bargaining table? I use Adrian Broner to up one of my fighters, maybe that's on the come up, and be like, hey, fight Adrian Broner, and then my fighter can get fame and notoriety off Adrian Broner instead of Bob Arum fighting.
But to your point, hold on, let me jump in real quick. To your point though, Blake, it doesn't matter. He arises. He gonna raise it enough to make it the fight big. But Spence still gonna get the bigger piece of the pie because he's a unified champion. And if he beat Thurman or a Pacquiao winner, that's even. It's kind of doing Crawford a favor just to give him an extra 2 or 3 million or whatever the hell it may be that he asking for. But at the end of the day, he's not gonna make a bigger purse than Spence. In my opinion,
he's not gonna make a big purse. But I'm just speaking business wise. Period. Adrian Broner, I'm assuming Al Heyman gonna use Adrian Broner for any of his up and coming fighters who he wants to make a name for.
Well, let me answer it. Let me answer it. It's because if they allow Terence Crawford to sit here and beat up on fucking Kell Brooks and Alexander Vesputins, his stock declines. When his stock declines, then the fight with Errol Spence isn't as big as they want it to be.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So right now, understand, Terence Crawford is barely fucking holding on to that number 1 spot at pound for pound. I'm even saying if I see Terence Crawford fight another fight against a nigga I don't care about, I'm putting him number 2 or 3. I'm even saying that. You see what I'm saying? So his stock is if a pundit like myself is saying his stock is dropping, what the fuck you think the casuals are saying?
Who Canelo, Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. So I mean,
so, hold on. So that's why they would do that, because they need his stock to stay up there in order to promote a Spence Crawford fight. It's more money when the fans think Spence Crawford is 50-50 than if they thought Spence Crawford is 80-20 in favor of Spence. You get what I'm saying? So that's why they would do that.
And like I said, this is for the casual. This is not for us because it's rarely you have a guy or guys or girls or women who know the sport who's gonna say, "Oh, it's 80-20." You know, no. We all got our different opinions on this fight, but we know it's closer to 50-50, 45-55, you know what I'm saying, then what a casual, they're gonna, oh, well, shit, either some people gonna feel like it's Crawford all the way, some people gonna feel like it's Spence all the way. From a casual standpoint, it's never gonna be down the middle, like it is with us. So, I mean, Adrian Broner, hell, we might talk to you in a big fight, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So shit.
And for the fans, I think that would be a great promotion because once they got, and I know Terrence don't do the best in the media, but once them two got to wolfing and talking all that greasy shit, I think that would play up real big, especially for the casual.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, you niggas be. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's. I understand what Blake is saying, and he's right in a sense. But what he's forgetting is a lot of times, man. These people, or let me say, these boxing entities, the business sides, they actually work together in order to get big fights that are rivals. You know, one brand versus another brand, in order to make that fight bigger than what it should be. They'll work together. You see what I'm saying? Like Al Heyman gave Anthony Joshua Charles Martin. You see what I'm saying? So they'll work together to make a fight that they're looking at down the road bigger than what it could bigger than what it was at that time. You see what I'm saying? That's why they would use Adrian Broner as bait. And Broner's been fucking talking about a fight date and shit, man. Niggas been coming out. Nigga, fight date soon. I'm like, man. And it's funny if you go on his Instagram, if you go on that particular post, niggas is killing them, dog. There's like it's probably like 900 comments, man. 899 of them hoes, niggas killing them, man.
Hey, and like I said, none of us will pick Adrian Broner to win, but he got enough skill and enough power just to do some shit, like Bakari said earlier. Upset season is being sprinkled around this bitch, so you just never know, man. On the fucking night of boxing, on a Saturday night, you got down see some unbelievable, unthinkable shit. So he's still a capable fighter. Even though he's gonna get his ass beat, he's still capable, and he still got enough, left in the tank to put some ass to the seats and make it a somewhat interesting fight with his hands up, getting his ass beat, just because he's gonna be doing all that rah-rah shit. But we on to the next topic, man. Kurbat Pulev said he's open to facing Tyson Fury after he faces the winner of Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. Assuming he beats the winner of that fight, which won't happen at all unless maybe it's Ruiz. But Bakari, man, what are your thoughts on a potential matchup? I know there's a lot of shit, a lot of hypotheticals and blase, but it is a possibility because they all kind of align with each other, whether it's through the same promotional company or through the WBO or IBF ranking. So, what are your thoughts on a Fury Pulev fight?
It's nothing that I would be jumping up and down about. But after they just, put in that Joe's Who's This that he just fought, I mean, anything will be better than Tom Schwartz. And so it's a step up from what he just did. But it's no match that I'd really be, on the edge of my seat, really itching to see or nothing like that. But like I say, anything is better than that Schwartz character.
Hey, tell me how you really feel. I know 2K was like, we got to, we do got to keep it, unbiased and fair. But this is YouTube, man. Say how you really feel about that Wars fight. You ain't got to be politically correct on this bitch. We can talk about anybody and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So don't hold back, then you know what I'm saying. You said that Wars character or Schwartz character. So I mean,
no, like I say, he was just the one thing with Schwartz, though, I didn't know nothing about him. And so as much as I wanted to, dog him, and before the fight, as much as I wanted to dog him, say he a bum, I didn't know this motherfucker. I didn't find too much on him. And so I couldn't say. And so it's just a bunch of people, the difference between Schwartz and Ruiz, though, is a lot of people didn't know Ruiz. But like I say, if you get on YouTube and you start clicking and clacking them keys, you could find footage, and then you could make an opinion. I really couldn't make an opinion off of Schwartz before the fight, and so once I saw him in there just sucking it up, or like a prepaid prostitute, it was not good, man.
You gotta get a card for that one.
Hold on, nigga.
A minute, though.
Hold on, man. This nigga said a prepaid one. Where those at? I never seen them, nigga.
Hey, have now, have later.
That shit is like putting a quarter in a bitch. Here you go.
Hey man, you made me lose my damn train of thought. Damn, what the fuck, bro? Like shit, 2K, shit, nigga. Damn, what was I about to say? Fuck, man, y'all nigga. Damn, I love my train. Hey man, Mike, what you think about this fight? I want to say 2K's thoughts because he might have an interesting spin on this because he got Pulev, I believe, in his top 5 heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna save his thoughts for this last. What's your thoughts on it, Mike?
What's the difference monetarily in a fight versus the winner of Joshua Ruiz rematch versus a fight versus Fury?
That's my thing. I don't think there's an appreciable difference here. Fury's hot right now, coming off of the whatever you want to think about that bum he fought. He's a big name, ESPN. You saw how thick they laid it on, and how Bradley and Ward, particularly Bradley, kind of embarrassed themselves with their commentary, as far as I'm concerned. In terms of their laudatory, how laudatory they was for Fury.
That's an African word, y'all. That's an African word right there, man.
You know what to do, bro. I'll do it for you. Laudatory for you dumb niggas. Mike,
Thank
what
you.
does that mean?
Hold on. I ain't know what laudatory means. Why you calling niggas dumb?
You're supposed to admit that, bro. You're supposed to admit that off air, cuz.
Yeah, Blake, you're not supposed to admit it.
You ain't have to say
Man,
that on there, man.
Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real on here, man. Shit.
Hey,
I was one of them dumb niggas you was talking about, nigga. Hold on.
You probably think said Fort Lauderdale or some shit, cuz.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think of Fort Lauderdale. I said these niggas talking about vacation on here.
In terms of their high praise, let's just put their high
Nigga go to
praise.
work like I know what laudatory is.
In terms of their high praise of Fury, they like I said, they laid it on and thick to the point of embarrassing themselves. Because Fury is a hot name, I think the money that he would get for that fight wouldn't be that much difference between that and a Ruiz-Joshua fight. So strike while the iron's hot. If they want to give you an opportunity for good money, take it. I mean, I know he wants the IBF belt because he's #1 contender, but when is he going to get that fight? And who says he's going to win?
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, all right, Blake, go ahead real quick.
Talking about the Pulev fight. I just want to see Tyson Fury just fight anybody. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy watching Tyson Fury fight. So Pulev fight somebody, but no more Tom Schwartz. No more of them. He passed that. He looking like he damn near back in form, and the rest of them heavyweights in trouble.
I think that it'll be a good fight. I think it's the best fight to be made right now. You know what I'm saying? To hold us over until next year where he face Wilder again. Because, I mean, he ain't going to fight Ortiz. Ortiz fighting Wilder. So shit. Damn, Jermell. That's a stupid moment. But he ain't going to fight nobody else. So I think Pulev is a good it's the only valuable option if he want to, bypass on that IBF opportunity, which, like Mike said, we don't know how soon that's coming with the rematch taking place in November with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. So I think, hell, that's a good fight, good money, opportunity that'll lead to a bigger opportunity. He'll disrupt a rematch between Wilder and Fury, and he might send Fury back up to the white girl and shit, and you'll never see that nigga again. So I think it'll be a good fight. I think he'll give him a solid test early on before the length and the athleticism and reach and skill just be too much for him, before he get knocked out in the later rounds. So, I'm with it. 2K, you know what I'm saying? Since he a top 5 heavyweight in your book, please give us a meat and potatoes of why this is a good fight and why it'll be a competitive fight for Tyson Fury.
In other words, without using the big words like I did.
Yeah, man.
Be smart with, but dumb it down for them H-Town niggas.
Look, man, #1, he ain't in my top 5 no more because Andy Ruiz just won. I still keep Anthony Joshua up there in the top 5 because, hey, look, man, a lot of the greats have lost. Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall, and he lost to Hasim Rahman by 1 punch in both of those fights.
Hold on, 2K. Hey, Anthony Joshua, don't let him say great go to your head. This is using that loosely now. Just over there.
Yeah, we just saying in general a lot of greats in the past. Let me say that right. You know what I'm saying? Greats in the past. Yeah. So Anthony Joshua, just because he took this loss doesn't mean we dropped the nigga to number 15. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, he's still in the top 5. You got to throw Andy Ruiz in there. He's a unified champion now, and that effectively knocks Kurbat Pulev out of my top 5. So, but a lot of niggas is hating on my guy, man. Why y'all hating? He only lost to Vladimir Klitschko. Y'all know that, right? That shit was 2014. That was 5 years ago. Nigga, I was broke when he lost to Vladimir Klitschko. I didn't have no money. Now I got money. See how long ago that was? Nigga, I look back on my broke days. I'm like, God damn, that was a while ago, bro. I'm glad I ain't in that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just getting outside. I was just speaking. You having money? Would you go fund us for the Charlo fights down here?
Oh man, hell nah, man. Hey, nigga, we ain't getting that nigga no money to fight.
Ain't you going to fight Blake? Ain't you going to fight Blake covering it?
Oh yeah, we gonna be in that 15-20 deep repping 3 Kings.
Yeah, they're not covering it though as media, but they're gonna be in there though.
Oh,
yeah, they'll be in there. Nah, I ain't giving that nigga no money to fight Brandon Adams. Hell nah. But he only lost to Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? I think he's won like 8 fights. Don't quote me since then. Derek Chisora was one of those guys. Samuel Peter was another one of those guys. Tyson Fury's cousin Huggy was the other guy.
Great value.
What I'm saying? Yeah, great value Fury. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, a dollar store Fury. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, man, that was for the IBF Eliminator. He won that. He's the mandatory now at the IBF. I don't. Let me say it. I get what Mike is saying, and when I read Mike's article on this, I agree with him when I was doing the editing. There really is no different in terms of monetary value. For you dumb niggas, monetary is currency. We're talking about currency.
I knew what monetary meant. Why you trying to slug me? I know what monetary means. Yeah, nigga.
But that value is not that much different if he's fighting Tyson Fury, if he's fighting the winner of Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. I think he gets more money fighting the winner of the rematch of the unification than he does Tyson Fury, but it's not a big difference. But at the end of the day, I can't fault Kurbat Pulev for wanting to uphold his mandatory position because he fought to get there. He's like, I could fight Tyson Fury for money and no belt, or I could fight the winner of Joshua Ruiz for money and a belt. I'm all for a guy that's saying, hey, I'd rather solidify my legacy than chase after the money. I'm all for that. So with him saying, I'm going to wait until the winner of Joshua Ruiz 2 is determined, I have no problem with that. If Tyson Fury had a belt and he said the same thing, then I'd be like, nigga, you can fight Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? And I would be liable to say, the nigga might not want to fight Tyson Fury because he got a belt and his money over there too. But he don't have nothing to bring to the table but just the name, the prestige, and the bag that he might get. But the other guy's got a hell of a lot to bring to the table. Understand, that would be a unification that Kurbat Pulev is a part of. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't just be for the IBF title. It would be for all 3 fucking titles. So you got 3 titles on the line and a slightly bigger bag. Yeah, wait for that shit. Because I guarantee, I think the IBF is going to be like, all right, motherfuckers, we'll let y'all niggas fight twice. My man Kurbat Pulev is ready. They're going to tell the winner that.
Meet yourself, Blake.
They're going to tell the winner that shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I have no problem with him waiting, you know what I'm saying, to see if he's going to be able to uphold his mandatory status. That's the smart move, dog, in my opinion.
All right, man. This is a topic for 2K and Mike. We can all chime in, but I put this on there because this is we all cover boxing, but these niggas, you know what I'm saying, 2K originally, got me introduced to focusing on the smaller weight classes. And I know Mike is an aficionado as well. They appreciate greatness like we all do. But Kazuto Ioka makes history, becoming the first Japanese fighter to win 4 titles in 4 different weight divisions where he knocked out Aston. How you pronounce the last name? Because I don't want to fuck it up. Palicite. Yeah, Pelite. My Wakandan brother said that. Pelite in the 10th round to win that vacant WBO super flyweight title. I'm going to let Mike start it off, man. What are your thoughts on the history made today? What does this place, Ioka amongst the greatest smaller weight fighters in history and pound for pound today?
All things considering, Ioka has had a heck of a career. Strawweight, junior flyweights, flyweight, now super flyweight. He's won titles in. I mean, you could put an asterisk in terms of junior flyweight and flyweight because he never fought Chocolatito. But outside of that, you can't knock what he's done. In terms of his performance earlier today, all things considering, he was outstanding. And I'll ask you, 2K, was Nietes more impressive when he scored the draw against Pulev, and which everybody feels that Nietes won? That was you talk about professionalism. He used the guile, the experience of a guy with now 17, 18 world title fights. The speed was there. The jab was outstanding. Even when Pulev came on at the beginning of the 7th round, Ioka kept his cool and even landed shots inside on Pulev. He completely outclassed him. And the power that he showed in round 10 hurt him with the right hand. Follow-up assaults to body and head to back him up, forcing referee Chevalier to step in and stop the fight. Terrific. So, again, as I said, outstanding performance on his part. You can't knock anything he done in that ring. One of the best of his career, coming off of the loss to Nietes at the end of 2018. Heck of a performance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2K, floor is yours.
To answer his question, I mean, you can look at it two ways. Donnie Nietes had a draw with Aston Pulev, but a lot of people thought he won it, but it wasn't a fight. Look, he didn't dominate Pulev the way Kazuto Ioka dominated him, right? So you can look at it as, damn, man, Donnie Nietes is not really that good. But then you got to look at the fight in December. Was it December 31st of last year where he beat Kazuto Ioka? Again, another controversial decision. It was a split decision, loss for Ioka. But again, a lot of people thought Ioka might have won. A lot of people thought Donnie Nietes should have won. But again, it was a close fight. So then you can look at it on this end and be like, damn, Ioka just knocked Pulev out. But then Donnie Nietes did beat Ioka. Damn, Nietes is a bad motherfucker. You could think. So it just depends on what you favor. You know what I'm saying? How you saw those two fights go will determine which way you're looking at Nietes now after this fight. But I will say this, man. A 4-division champion. Shout out to Mike putting that in his article, the first Japanese fighter to become a 4-division champion. It's at super flyweight too, by the way. Super flyweight is fucking hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Kazuto Ioka was talking about retiring. When I read that article from Mike about him retiring or talking about retiring if he loses to Pulev, I was like, man, I hope this nigga wins. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it. I was happy when Ioka came back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad he got rid of the bitch. He got the pussy he wanted. Now he's back in boxing. That's exactly what happened. That's what happened. Am I lying? Mike,
He ain't
am I
lying. He ain't lying.
we waiting on Thurman to do that shit.
Yeah, right. Thurman did the same, somewhat did the same thing. You're right. But Ioka was worse, 10 times worse. I mean, he completely said, I'm done with boxing. This pussy's way too good. You know what I'm saying?
Split from his father, split from his dad, and everything.
Been in there, boy.
I haven't done it as bad as Ioka, bro.
Nah, not to that extent. Not to that extent. Might go a couple days, a week or so missing.
She calls him to leave to split from his dad and everything. So he right.
Exactly. Yes, she sure did. His dad were. Yep, they were not talking or none of that shit. It was a bad situation.
Imagine that shit in Japanese arguing. Dad, the pussy too good. The good is good. Best I ever had. Best. She banged me. You like, shh. And she wear my belts. Oh my god.
But it's I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's got the right mentality. Hopefully he still sticks around. I mean, we'll be looking closely at if he's still going to stick to his word about retiring, even though he did win. So we'll see what happens. But if he decides to stick around, man, we're talking some great unifications, man. Fucking Juan Francisco Estrada, another Filipino, and Jerwin and Cajas. Who's the other champion there? Khalid Yafai.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be a unification because Yafai is only a WBA regular champion. But that would still be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm glad he won. I'd like to see a Nietes rematch. Nietes is like, I dropped this belt so I can get a big fight. He was actually looking at trying to fight the winner of Sariskisor Rungvisai and Juan Francisco Estrada. But Estrada is looking at trying to unify against Jermell and Cajas now.
I love that fight right there.
Hell yeah. So Nietes is kind of on the outside. I mean, he gambled with his belt, and this nigga just rolled a snake eyes.
He looking like Terence Crawford right now.
Yeah, he rolled a snake eyes. So he's on the outside looking in. If Estrada and Cajas actually gets made, because both fighters agree that they want that fight next. If they come to an agreement and the fight is made, then I'd love to see Nietes Ioka. It's like, bruh, this is the guy you got the belt. This is the fight you got the belt from in a vacant title bout. You dropped it, then he picked it back up. Go get that shit back.
As an extension to your point, 2K, I've read some things afterwards after I submitted the recap where Ioka was asked what his future plans after the fighting. Translated on Twitter, he threw the word unification in there. I agree with you. A unification bout would be good. A rematch with Nietes is good as well. But I have to think that long term, end of this year, early next year, with Tanaka at 112, already talking about moving up to 115. I think that's the fight. I think that's the fight for him, for Ioka.
Man, oh man. Look, bro. Hey, if Tanaka actually goes to 115, yeah, give me that shit. Give me Tanaka versus any goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? That's Kosei Tanaka, as I've said it before, and Michael disagree with me. I think Kosei Tanaka is probably the best Japanese fighter out there. I love Naoya Inoue. I've been following Naoya Inoue before any of these niggas knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Any of these so-called pundits had no idea fucking Inoue existed in 2014. You know what I'm saying? But I think Kosei Tanaka, what he's able to do in the ring in terms of how he could fight you up close, he could fight you from the outside. My man could be standing directly in front of you on the inside and still not get hit while hitting you. You know what I'm saying? This is Andre Ward-esque type of shit that we used to see, right? I think Kosei Tanaka has a bigger upside than Naoya Inoue, and that's why I would roll with Kosei Tanaka in terms of upside, the best Japanese fighter out there. But in terms of what's been accomplished, Naoya Inoue is up there by far. He's number one. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, Tanaka goes to 115. I want to see him against anybody, Mike. I mean, this shit, Ioka's cool, but any fucking body.
Him and Estrada, anybody. Oh my. Him and Estrada, oh my.
Anybody, bro. Mm-hmm.
So he Hall of Fame if he returned today, obviously.
Ioka, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at they got fucking Arturo Gatti in the Hall of Fame. And Barry McGuigan and fucking Ingemar Johansson.
Yeah. Like I said, outside the Chocolatito situation, which he had the opportunity to fight him but didn't. Hall of Famer, no doubt. 4 titles in 4 divisions. He unified at 105 pounds against a Yagashi, who himself is a 3-time 3-division world champion. Hall of Famer, no doubt. If he was to retire right here, right now.
The Hall of Fame is funny though. The Hall of Fame, they got some funny ways.
Yeah.
Look how long it took. Like Michael, like who they just, I forgot the fighter. I think they just may have put him in. What was Donald Curry? Like for Donald the longest, Curry. They was like, why the fuck Donald Curry not in the Hall of Fame? Like that didn't make no sense to me.
Michael Moore ain't even in there yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, like they Hall of Fame, he funny. Got Arturo Gatti in that motherfucker. And who was the other motherfucker from Youngstown, Ohio that got in there? You like, come on.
Mancini.
He caught that body, man, and said, that's what gets you in, man, cuz.
Nobody's worse than Arturo Gatti. Second, in my opinion, is fucking Barry McGuigan. I'm sorry. Barry McGuigan is whack. That nigga didn't do shit. I mean, he was just the face of Ireland and shit, bro. That's why I'm like, come on, man. You put Barry fucking Guigan in there. I mean, whatever, bro. Johansson only beat Floyd Patterson once, and let's put him in there. Let's fuck out of here, man. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, like Blake said, excuse me, the Hall of Fame is fucking weird, and remember, this is a fighter from the smaller weight division, so they're gonna be hella reluctant to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it'll take him a while to get in there, but he's deserving, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
All right, man. We about to talk about Twitter fingers. Javante, this is our chance to roast some niggas, man. This is our chance to roast.
I thought you were talking about Tevin. You put both them in the same
category. Oh yeah, well, yeah, but Javante, I feel like he do a little more talking than fighting. At least Tevin fighting. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga, well, we about to roast their ass. You know what I'm saying? One nigga can't see straight, the other nigga eat too much. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Javante Davis. This goes to show you. This is the tweet. This goes to show you this nigga doesn't have the intellect to, really put his words together.
Yeah, for real, bro.
OME. OMM. For y'all niggas that ain't black, I ain't been raised up around black folks. That means on my mama. Me and Tevin both fight 27th. I'm calling him out after my fight. If we don't fight by the end of the year, I'm knocking him out. Whenever I see him on my daughter, since he wanted to keep talking and the promotion not trying to make shit happen, this is what he said. Tevin Farmer, Mr. I can't see straight. Pussy, you wouldn't dare. You ain't crazy. We can meet whenever. We ain't gotta wait till after no fight. Eddie Hearn chimed in. Let me go back to it. His shit was popped up. He said you've had 3 offers now, and the last one was big. We've had none. Let's get these July fights won, then get it made. All right, man. Look, Javante Davis, man, bring your ass down here to the Three Kings roasting session, because you, my friend, are becoming a joke. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm on Twitter, or you have become a joke, or you are a joke. Every time I'm on Twitter, I either see a video you get beat up by your girlfriend, baby mama, wife, whatever. Eating some Domino's pizza. Look like you hide your phone, trying to not sure you looking at some shit you should be looking at. Whatever the case may be, nigga. You doing everything but fighting the best competition. You know what I'm saying? You send those little subtle tweets trying to, take shots at a guy. I think you try to take shots at Deontay Wilder, saying just because you got power don't mean you can fight. That may be a true statement, but who are you fighting, nigga? Who are you fighting worth anything?
That's my biggest thing with Tank. I have nothing personally against no fighters. All the shit they do on Instagram, social media, I don't give a damn, because I don't give a damn about. I got enough going on in my life. I don't pay no nigga no attention unless they getting in that ring. But this nigga Tank, he is not even fighting the best. Man, the nigga just won't fight. Nigga, when was the last time you fought? Nigga, when will you fight again? Nigga, when are you fighting? Man, this nigga just
he's not even fighting the second or third best, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga fight somebody. Like, okay, he got in there. When he got in, it's like, okay, after he got in there and he did his thing with Pedraza, I'm like, okay, that's when, because I didn't believe in Tank. When he got the Pedraza fighters, and I said, okay, I believe in him a little bit now. But them nigga just won't even fight no more. Nigga fight.
Exactly, bro. And that's the thing with Javante Tank Davis, man. This dude always got the most to say when everybody else fight the guys they supposed to be fighting. But when you ask him a question, oh man, I'm trying to make the fight happen, or Tevin ain't answering calls, or such and such, Alberto Machado, or fucking Jojo Diaz, whoever the fuck it may be, cat got his tongue. It's like, dude, at some point, Javante Tank Davis, you're gonna have to look in the mirror and decide if you want to be a real fighter or you want to be a nigga that just said I fought for a living. Because there's a lot of you niggas out there that box just to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been in the ring? Well, look, have you been in the ring against quality competition is the question I got to ask you. Mine is Pedraza. No, you haven't. You going on 25, 26 years old and still ain't fought nobody worth any significance. Yet you want to pop shit and continue to talk about a guy that you know damn well you ain't trying to fight for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason.
Okay.
Or Mike, go ahead.
Okay. Who got the battery in this dude's back?
Floyd.
Once
He put a weak battery in that bitch.
Once former came public on Twitter and called him a pussy. And then former's promoter came on public and basically said, we've offered you this fight so many times only for you to not respond. Where is some word from somebody saying from Gervonta, put everything on hold, get this motherfucker in the ring?
Mike curse.
He said,
I mean,
he didn't say it like he from Wakanda. He said, like he from South Carolina. Put this motherfucker on hold.
I mean, this is frustrating because the thing is, the kid can fight. He can really fight, but he's being made to look like a sap, a complete sap. To quote a woman fighter, Raquel Miller, who did an interview with you 2K and Bo, when is Gervonta, to quote Raquel, gonna let his nuts hang? You know,
when his wife take him out of her purse.
When is this dude? When is this dude gonna step up and just put everything aside and say, this dude want to call me out, this fighter want to call me out, F it, let's get in there and rumble. All this other stuff aside and going on Twitter and all this and that and this back and forth, that means nothing, particularly to us hardcore heads. We're impressed when you get in there, fight, and whoop ass. And he's just not doing it. Yep. He's not doing it. It's like it's dumbfounding. It's head scratching. I don't get it. I don't get his modus operandi here.
Shit, he used a big word.
Tank got that social media. Man, Tank real popular with the women. I was talking about boxing last week at work. I was talking boxing last week at work. First thing the bad little female say, I like Tank. I like the little fight from Baltimore. She don't know shit about boxing, but she know who Tank Davis is. Well, man, that nigga got a problem
with Danny for when he have his pussy rate go up. But we talking about boxing, man.
Them hoes got him swarmed, man. That nigga too worried about them hoes and that social media, man. That nigga ain't, man. That nigga, hey.
That nigga. I could tell y'all, man, I'm fucking up, 3 a.m, working on the site. My phone buzz. I look at my fucking phone. It's a stupid ass tweet from Tank. So yeah, he's right. That nigga, he say dumb shit, bro. Like all day long, he says dumb shit, bro.
I want my belly rub, eat some pizza. Like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's right. But
now hold on. I wouldn't mind wanting my belly rub, eat some pizza either.
Nigga, you ain't a nigga. You ain't a boxer, nigga. You ain't a nigga taking pictures looking all gay with Drake. Like they too light skinned shit, man. That's
and that's where I was going with this, man. Listen, man, y'all know I be killing Tank, bro, whenever I got opportunity to do so. He said he was becoming a clown when you introduced this topic. Remember, man, this nigga was holding another man from behind.
Hey, B.
You know what I'm saying?
Boys.
Yeah, you're holding them from behind. They rubbing each other, B. Just standing there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, blend him. I mean, hey, Tank was like, should I kiss him? No, I won't do it yet. I'll wait till we get back to the hotel. You know what I'm saying? That's how he does basically what he did. Look at the video. Nigga hesitated when Adrian Broner blew the kiss. He hesitated. He was going to do it. And he was like, well,
the camera's out.
Not here. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. And then you got the other video. Them niggas is gay dancing in a goddamn group of 3 niggas. Just gay dancing. All of them, it was gay niggas in tights. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, what was the movie? Robin Hood Men in Tights with that nigga Carrie Elves. Nigga was gay niggas in tights. You know what I'm saying? Dancing. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I can't, look, listen, man. Tank is probably one of the biggest jokes in boxing. I would murder this nigga in person, bro. If he was standing in front of me. I'm talking not physically. I mean, I'll fuck nigga up.
Yeah, for you dumb niggas. He not mean. He mean. You just speaking.
I got it. If he tried to fuck with me, yes, I'll fuck the nigga up. But I'm saying if we went face to face clowning, I would murder this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much material out there on Tank Davis for me, and that's what I do. I clown niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I would murder this nigga in a clowning session, bro. It's too much material out there on you. You know what I'm saying? My wife ain't got the motherfucking nerve to ever record her smacking me up, nigga, calling me a dumb motherfucker in my house.
With a gay nigga in the background.
Yeah. in my motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? She would never do no shit like that. None of the bitches I ever fucked with would do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man. You on Twitter, you on social media. You know what I'm saying? You talking all this shit to fucking Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer, old Debo Jr. looking ass is talking all this shit to you. I mean, come on, man. Stop the fucking talking. Bro, so many times, fellas, I've almost accidentally gone on their posts and said, shut the fuck up. But I got to always tell myself, hey, man, you're under the Three Kings account. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, almost so many times, bro, I had to hold myself
we'll protect
back.
We'll protect you, 2K. If you get in trouble, we'll protect you.
Oh, shit, we are.
I mean, but no. I'm talking about under the Three Kings account. Like, we don't need to be engaging in any shit with them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. But I've almost done it a million times, bro. And it's like, y'all niggas need to shut the fuck up. Just fight. Look, Tank, you ain't done shit, nigga. Billy Dibb. You know what I'm saying, nigga? James Tennyson. You
got to say it like you said, 2K on the podcast. Billy Dibb.
Jono Carroll. You know what I'm saying? Are you fucking kidding me, nigga? And you out here talking about you dictate what type of bag niggas get? Nigga, you don't even dictate what kind of bag your bitch get, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm like Blake. You know, Blake is like, his thing is he sees the shit. He's like, whatever, them niggas is talking. I'm like that, but at the same time, it pisses me off because niggas is really trying to see fights. We not trying to see y'all niggas argue like bitches over social media. That's what women do.
And that's what pissed me off about it. That's the only reason why I'm gonna let you go in, Blake. That's the only reason I spoke on this, because it's like these dudes been fucking bitching and arguing and making fake threats for how many years now? 2-3 years? Yeah. Like, come on, either you gonna fucking fight or you just gonna shut the fuck up and shake hands or go on about your business, bro. Because like at the end of the day, you're gonna find yourself getting clowned. That's what it is now. It's just clowning you. No, I'm not talking about your upcoming fight. No, I'm not writing no fucking preview on it because it ain't worth the fucking effort and time to put in for a fucking mismatch. Go ahead, Blake.
Hell, I'll write the preview on it. Shit.
Well, that's what you are. Yeah. You take the scraps, the bologna sandwiches.
That's fucked up.
For me,
I'm at the bottom of the top on Three Kings here. I ain't got number 17 articles. Shit, I got to take that motherfucker.
See, I'm a bit older than the rest of y'all in here. My thing is
a little.
Where's the see? Don't go there. See, where is the professionalism? Where is the fighter's attitude and mindset?
Right.
From Tank, especially.
Right.
You gonna tell me that Flute Boy, as long as he's been out of the ring, playing whatever, all cuddled up with the wife, he finally decides to get back in the ring and can get a fight with Pacquiao. And yet this dude is still out here Twitter talking, doing more tough talk with Raging Babe than he is in the ring fighting. Come on, man.
But Mike, you got to understand the mindset of these little niggas today, man. You listen, when I made that video about Shakur Stevenson going at Yana Mayweather, right? There was a horde of little niggas that came to my channel talking about
mine too, bro.
Yeah, talking about this and talking about that. Yeah, he gave that bitch the business. I tell you, nigga, he should have smacked that hoe. Wait, what?
I mean, where's the code? That's my
There's no code. No, these little niggas don't follow no code, man. Look, we in an era right now where the women are trying to be the men. You see what I'm saying? And the men are happily allowing these women try to be men. That's the fucking problem. And these men are turning into women. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got skirts for niggas. We got lace shorts for niggas. We got onesies for niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Fingernail polish and makeup and
so that's what I'm saying. If you look at that damn video where Tank, Adrian Broner, some skinny crackhead nigga was dancing with them, you'll see what I'm talking about, man. Look, these niggas are women. So you can't expect these women to conduct themselves with professionalism. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's the fucking problem. Now, at the end of the day, we just want to see these niggas fight. Nobody cares about that shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with y'all. We just want to see them niggas fight, bro.
That's my main thing. That's why I just can't pay no attention because I won't see niggas fight. Man, niggas been talking my whole life. My whole life I just been around niggas talking. That's nothing new to me. So when niggas be talking, I just be like, what else is new? Man, niggas get it.
I feel you, but I got to keep clowning the nigga because he a fighter. As long as he is an active fighter, the nigga will continuously get clowned because he's not conducting himself as such. I don't care who he fucking, how much money he got. Look, man, if you gonna
get in the ring.
Yes, exactly. So every time I talk about Tank or Tevin, whoever, look, nigga, it's gonna always end with who you fight, or it's gonna always start with who you fight. They the top 5, top 10 guy. These niggas ain't fighting. They fighting part-time Uber fucking 118 pounders moving up to 126, 130. Look, man, the shit is a joke. The shit is a fucking joke. Boxing has turned to a joke because you got these guys in here that conduct themselves like that. That fighter's mentality is long gone in majority of these fighters.
But it also too coming from his promoter, and we got and just being real, guys put it on Floyd because Floyd is like Floyd. You putting your fighter the opposite of what you went through. You know how to build a champion. They built you up. Tank, y'all doing the exact opposite, but it's also Floyd too. Floyd, a businessman. Floyd, that made with the promotions, man. Who they had to be that man? They ain't got no goddamn body.
But look, before you jump into K, at the end of the day, that is true. But as a fighter, Floyd did what he was supposed to do, so his legacy intact. Now he ain't worth shit as a promoter, but as a fighter, hey, he know what he had to do. Tank,
that fighter mindset go out the window when you're talking business.
Floyd had the fighter's mentality in the business resume, but I mean so he grew to the business part of the Money Mayweather and still was fighting guys that were like, all right, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Tank ain't even doing that. No, my nigga, he ain't even doing that. He ain't fighting no Gennaro Hernandez, none of these guys, no DeMarcus Corley's, nobody.
Well, let me tell you, I was actually that was the point I was gonna make. But I lost my train of thought after Mike went earlier. Floyd has already told Tank and the media what they are trying to do. I've said this time and time again, and I know you guys have heard me say it, but I'll just say it again. Floyd Mayweather came out and said, we are taking the path of least resistance for the most money. He said this, man, in the media. Now, this was in response to Tank fighting Vasyl Lomachenko. They said, look, Lomachenko is 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? He lied and said that, but Lomachenko is 40 years old. He's got to take big fights now. He's rushing. We don't got to rush Tank. We ain't got to rush him. And we still going to get the same amount of money. That's what he said.
But go ahead, go finish it.
So he's telling him in the background, Jerrell, he's telling him like, dog, we don't got to fight Tevin Farmer yet, man. We could just fight Hugo Ruiz. Listen, guys. Tank fights next month. Go to BoxRec. The fight ain't even up there. It's not even there. BoxRec is like, wait, he's fighting? The nigga's selling tickets and everything. Y'all seen his tweets? He's selling tickets. And not even up there. They don't know he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck who he's fighting. That's why I tell people all the time, Tank is not popular, man. He's popular on Twitter and Instagram, but he's not a popular fighter. You know what I'm saying? And it's because Floyd doesn't give a fuck about him being popular as long as he puts the names on his resume that when people look those names up, they find out that A, this was a guy that was a former, 4-3-2 division champion. B, the guy was a former champion somewhere else. C, the guy used to be a huge name that gave a lot of champions problems. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what all of these types of fighters are going to have in common is that they're no longer the fighter that they used to be. You see what I'm saying? But it still gives Tank credibility in the eyes of what Floyd Mayweather is doing because those are still names.
And two, at the end of the day, what 2K just said was 100% true. But as a fighter, Floyd can't come to you.
Tried.
Floyd, but I'm saying, keep trying. I mean, at the end of the day, your fighter 2K. If Floyd came to you and say, "Look, man, hey, you gonna keep fighting these old washed up ass niggas," knowing the guy that you the same guy you are to this day. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna sit well with you because pretty much he paying you as a guy for open interpretation. He ain't either guy. He don't believe in me. I ain't that good. I'm some suck ass nigga that don't want to fight nobody that's gonna challenge me. The fighter in him is not. I understand you said he tried, but Nick, I got to get somebody.
Problem is he's getting paid $1 million. He's getting paid $1 million fight.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Let me, because you said me. I'm gonna answer that question truthfully from my point of view. If I'm 24 years old, I'm fighting niggas laying underneath the overpass, nigga, for $1 million a fight. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing either. Okay. And I'm getting all sorts of bitches. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing.
But I think Spence, not Spence. I think Dave is fucking up long term because when it's time,
he's 24. He ain't thinking about long term. These little niggas don't think past tomorrow. They don't think past tomorrow, nigga.
As I told you,
that's
fellas,
the bad thing. That's the bad thing.
As I told y'all, folks, dudes that age, the frontal lobes don't even develop, so they ain't thinking that way. 2K is absolutely right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so this is the thing. Like, he's 21-0 with 20 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, if you look at his resume, right? His last fight was Tom Cruise. The fight before that was Tom Selleck. You know what I'm saying? The fight before that was fucking Adam Sandler, nigga. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So look, man, he got $1 million for all three of them fights. I mean,
I'm just looking at it from him. He ain't looking at it from a long term business aspect, I guess, is what I'm saying.
He said, dude fought Magna PI.
Well, man, look, hey, Tank, Tevin, you know, the big dogs, the big bosses at 130, man. I guess they're going to let this fight continue to marinate until Tevin get his eyes straight and fucking Davis learn to let his bitch stop smacking him upside the head for looking at another bitch.
Look, man, that nigga Tevin Campbell, and no, that's not a mistake. He needs to fight Miguel Berchelt. Stop fucking playing. If he's not gonna fight Miguel Berchelt, he needs to fight Jojo Diaz. Fucking fight Jojo Diaz, then, man. I'm tired of seeing, and like I said, man, John O'Carroll, that guy follows everything we do, man. I've seen him on Instagram liking like every goddamn post I put up. So shout out to him. But we are down the middle. Got to call it like it is, man. Sure. I ain't trying to see him fight Joe No fucking Carroll Jr., nigga. I don't want to see it again. You know what I'm saying? That was a dumbass fight that should have never happened because Joe No Carroll lost to Guillimore for noise. He should have lost that fight.
Got embarrassed that fight.
Yeah. So I don't. The reason why they made that fight was solely based off of the social media beef that transpired before that. You see what I'm saying? That's why they made it off the strength of the social media beef. Hell, Tevin Campbell came on goddamn Instagram right after Joe O'Carroll was supposed to lose to Frenois and said, "Man, you got to draw, ha ha ha," clowning him and shit. But in the middle, clowning him, he says, "I'm still gonna fight him though."
You clown that nigga calling him Tevin Campbell too.
I know I am. But that's what I said earlier. It wasn't a mistake. My point is, the nigga's like, yo, I'm still gonna fight him. Well, what the fuck you gonna fight him for when you acknowledge that he was in a shit fight and got a draw? Because it was off the strength of the social media beef. Now you got Scott Quigg, you got Ryan Garcia, and you got Jojo Diaz that's trying to do the same thing. They sat back and saw it. They said, hey, he gave this no-name motherfucker a fight off the strength of social media beef. Well, then shit, I'm about to start some shit with him then. That's what Jojo Diaz is doing. And Tevin got the nerve to be like, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we not gonna get a nigga fight, you know what I'm saying? Cause I dictate who the fuck I was gonna. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up, nigga.
Yeah, he the IBF champion, bro. So he the IBF champion. So he called it shots in the all 130, bro.
One nigga cockeyed and one nigga can barely talk, man. Them special ed niggas ain't gonna never get in the ring.
Man, look, if Tank was smart, he'd fight Jojo Diaz and beat him, and then he'd so
exactly. That's a good fight. It's a good name. Look, Gary Russell beat him already, but Gary Russell's Gary Russell. He didn't lose no stock off that loss. You know what I'm saying? That's a good
Kevin Foreman know that ass gonna get beat. That's why.
He might. I don't know. But that fight right there should happen. If you're not going to fight any of the champions at 130, you're not going to fight Jermell Herring. You're not going to fight Tank. Obviously, you're not going to fight Miguel Berchelt because he thinks Miguel Berchelt is not looking at him. So if that's the case, then fight the next best thing. That's fucking JoJo Diaz.
Tell the nigga to look straight. He looking right at him.
No, man, I'm telling you, bro. The nigga, look, bro. The nigga can see what's happening on the right of him and what's in front of him at the same time. You know what I'm saying? If the motherfucker got a kid to the front and a kid to the right, he tell both of them to sit the fuck down. I see both of y'all. I can see both y'all.
That nigga cracked me up, man. I scrolled on his Instagram, man. That nigga posing with his bag. I'm like, that nigga looking both ways.
Peripheral vision like a mug.
Man, he redefines what peripheral vision means. That nigga said peripheral is actually
bro. That nigga I be rotating, bro. That nigga I be rotating like a motherfucker, man.
Straight up. Them bitches probably straight when he get out right in front of the camera, bro. He's like, all right, man, let me stop this shit now. Straight them bitches out.
Yeah. Look, go to his Instagram and his Twitter, and look at the video where he ran into Anthony Joshua in Miami. There's multiple videos, but look at the one where Anthony Joshua is in the he's in his expedition, whatever SUV he has, and Tevin and some of his entourage niggas are on bikes on the side. Just listen to Tevin talk, man. And Anthony Joshua was kind of looking at him like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? But he was laughing because they was getting it on camera, they was having a good time there in South Beach smacking bitches and shit. So he was laughing and shit, right? But you see, Tank, the niggas like, yeah, man, we gonna get that the dome money, man. We gonna get that the dome money.
He said, nigga, you get, I'm getting all the money, nigga.
I'm telling you, he sounded just like, we gotta get the dome money, man. Y'all cut the dome to get the dome money. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? Look, Blake said it best, bro. These special ed niggas is not getting in the ring.
The niggas in there trying to break pencils with each other and shit.
Oh,
playing
my
thump and
God.
shit.
Hey, man, it is what it is. But listen, if you're going to look like a clown and make yourself, you're going to act like a clown and make yourself look like a clown on social media, then you're going to give niggas ammo to clown you. It is what it is. I hope they hear this shit.
Hell yeah, man. But all right, we about to finish up the show, man. We're going to do some fight previews. I'm going to let Blake start. No.
How long?
No disrespect, Blake. You gonna say because it's the main? No, the only reason because it's the main event. Nah, I'm gonna let you start that one.
That's fucked up.
Hey, who want to be the honorary Cuban up in this bitch? I think 2K, you got to be that guy because you work closely with Bo, man. Guillimore, Regondeaux-Julio, Julio Ceja, or Ceja, however you say his name. Co-main event. Las Vegas, man, on the undercard of Jermell, Charlo-Jorge, Cota this weekend. Will Guillimore Regondeaux quit, or will he be victorious?
He's gonna knock the nigga out the same way he knocked out the dude before this guy, man. Who else say hi? This nigga, I don't even know why are we breaking this down?
No, we ain't breaking it down. We just talking about it just because it's Regondeaux, and I ain't talked about him on this channel in a minute, man. And I didn't check his last fight, so I don't know, saying if he was jacking off during, training camp, hurt his hand, or got the carpal tunnel syndrome.
That's pretty much what happened against Lomachenko.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. So we excused that one then, though. So it really, okay. He wasn't in the Matrix.
Well, the thing is, man, listen, man. This Julio Ceja cat lost to a nigga named Franklin in his last fight. That's enough right there, bro. Lost to a nigga named Franklin. I will never lose. Listen, man, there's
gonna carry off Grand Theft Auto?
Nah, man, listen, there's 3 names I would never lose to. Franklin, Dexter, and Clyde, nigga. I would never lose a nigga name like that, bro.
What about Earl?
Oh, shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, my bad. You heard that?
Hey. Point is, we not losing to a nigga named Dexter or Franklin. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. Or Wilson.
Fuck you, Wilson. Bitch ass nigga. It's a good comeback fight for Guillimore Regondeaux. He had the one before this. I can't remember what card it was on, but The Pacquiao card, I thought, wasn't it?
I can't remember. Pacquiao Broner. I can't remember, but it was a good it's a good comeback fight for him. He's trying to get himself back in the mix. The thing about Guillimore Regondeaux is for a long time, you know, he was seen as the boogeyman. You had a bunch of fighters ducking him, right? And while those fighters were ducking him, he still had something to bring to the table. He was the WBA super champion, right? Now he doesn't have that anymore. So now he's just like, man, he's just like, hey, whatever fight I can get, whoever's going to sign to fight me, let's make it happen. Before he was like, fuck it, I'm not fighting a Julio Ceja. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the title. I should get a big fight. And he was actually sitting out waiting for these whack ass niggas like Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton to actually come around and fight him. You know, Leo Santa Cruz. He was actually waiting. He was actually campaigning like, hey, I got a belt. I'm Rigo. You beat me. You know, I'm a top pound for pound fighter. You'll get up there instantly top pound for pound and you take my belt, trying to just entice these motherfuckers to get in the ring. But now he doesn't bring nothing to the table. So that's why you see him. So that's why you see him in there with Julio Ceja. And you'll see him in there with more Julio Cejas and Dexters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Before he actually I think it's gonna be like that for a good 5 fights, man. I don't see anybody, especially when he's beating the fuck out of these dudes. Again, people are still going to be like, even though they saw him lose to Lomachenko the way they did, they're still going to be wary to get in the ring with him. Doesn't matter.
This nigga old yet or what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That nigga walking around will fight for food. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not just that shit crazy, man. Bakar, you been quiet, man. Your thoughts on this fight? I know you got something to give, man.
Yeah, it's just like you say, it's just kind of unfortunate that the dude, he was riding high for so long and then just got dusted and disgusted by Lomachenko, and then now, you know, he got this long road to climb up, and then don't nobody even know how old this fool is for real. He's probably like 49 years old, but it's just unfortunate that it went this way this late in his career. But I don't know. Like we'll see what it is. But he probably will get in here and tear dude up. But I don't think he's never going to get back to like where he was when he had the belt and he was chasing them other fights. And then when he got into the ring with Lomachenko, but I don't think he ever going to get back to that. But he'll probably beat some people up in the meantime, though.
He probably gonna fight Tank Davis next hell. Shit, who knows?
Hey, I like that. I like that fight. I like that fight.
Shit, Tank Davis fuck around and get embarrassed.
Nah, Tank. I don't know. I like that fight, though. That's all I know.
That's one of them. Like I watch, I can't get no prediction because I look stupid one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga get outboxed, nigga get knocked out. Oh man, Blake, you got thoughts on it?
Yeah, he gonna knock that nigga out and it's gonna be over.
Well, let me spin it, man. What do you expect? What are you looking for in Rigo to let you know that he's still capable of being top guy?
A lot of people, man, ever since he lost Lomachenko, see a lot of people they get caught up with the hype. You know what I'm saying? I actually watched the fights over and over. The Lomachenko fight, yeah, he quit, but like me and 2K talk. Yeah, he just wasn't being beat across his head for 6-7 rounds. I mean, he was getting hit, but his main thing, he couldn't land on Lomachenko. He didn't take a lot of punishment. So I still say to this day, how would he look against the people in his weight class? He going against the people he match up with and people where he's been fighting because he hadn't been fighting and he older fighter. So especially when you're older fighter, you need to be fighting more often to get back warm again. Now he done had a few fights in. Now he go put this dude out. I would like to actually see him. Then get a couple fights. I would like to see him go up against a Gary Russell to see what he still got left. Because if you go back look at that Lomachenko fight, he didn't take a lot of punishment. He could have kept going. His pride was broke more than anything because he couldn't land that jab. Lomachenko was slipping his jab like a motherfucker, and he couldn't get his jab going. He couldn't get his offense going. But he's been fighting more active now. He actively fighting, and so I would like to see that. And then Gary Russell more around his weight, his size. So I would like to see that to see what's really going on with Rigo.
All right, Mike.
Admittedly, I don't think much about this fight. Rigo will win. If I'm looking for anything, is the reflexes still there? Is the
That's what I was
sharpness still
thinking.
there? from Rigo, because that's what made him. His quickness, his speed, his intelligence. If that's still there, he still has a couple of fights in him. But if that's dulled in any way, long term, he's going to be in real trouble. So that's what I'm looking for. Is the sharpness? Is he still sharp? Is he still quick? Does he still got, for lack of a better word, that it factor in terms of his skill set that made him the fighter that he was?
Well, I'm looking for all that too. See the reflexes, see he's sharp. Can he let his hands go? Still, you get older, you get that start to lose out of your prime and shit. It get harder for you to, avoid shots and let your hands go. So if he can still, flash that hand speed, that defensive prowess, and somewhat decent reflexes, I definitely like to see him step up. Whether it's against Santa Cruz, Gilly Russell, Tank Davis, whoever it may be, Abner Morez, if he wants somebody, because I still think he deserves an opportunity as long as he continues to win and win impressively to show that fight against Lomachenko was just something that it was just too much for him. He was too much out of his element, and he, did what he had to do, which is quit, which is whack, but, he made that decision. All right, final topic, man. We got to do it because he a marquee fighter. This is not the fight we was expecting. We was expecting a rematch between Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison, but Tony Harrison tore some ligaments in his ankle, and that rematch is probably being looked to happen, I think, September, maybe on the undercard of Wilder, Ortiz, potentially, or sometime later than that. Jermell Charlo taking on Jorge Cota. Bakari, man, you familiar with Cota?
Too much, but I was looking at some of his fights on BoxRec, but no, not 100%.
So you expect Jermell to just walk through him? I do.
Yeah, kind of. It was funny because I was watching Showtime. I forget what it was. Some homecoming, but the little 10-minute plug on Jermell Charlo. I was watching that today, but I don't believe they have 1 second of this other dude in the whole show. And so, and obviously, it's a big letdown that it's not Harrison, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too big a challenge.
2K, man, you got any? You think this could be a tricky fight?
No.
Okay.
Listen, man, they got a common opponent. You know who it is?
Erickson Lubin.
There you go.
And Lubin clowned that dude before he took him out.
He hit a squat and then got in there with the straight left. I mean, yeah, straight left hand. I forgot. Damn.
Squat fight. That was the squat fight.
Was that what?
That was the squat fight where Lubin dropped down and popped up and KO.
Yeah.
I saw that fight.
Yep. So there's my answer right there. I mean,
well, shit. Okay, then there it is, y'all. Man, that's a wrap for the show. Jorge Cota, he probably gonna get squatted on and then dropped again. By Jermell.
I got a question about a fight, fellas.
Go ahead.
The rematch between Cassio and Machado. What y'all think?
Cassio.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Listen. Oh man,
it's tough though. It's tough, but I think old boy gonna do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I want to lean that way, but you got to understand where Machado was hit. That can be that flaw can be worked on and perfected, and in terms of his defense on not being hit there again. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting the solar plexus, man. It was one of them shots where you need that minute in between rounds to recover from, and he didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So they go back to the drawing board. They get back on being defensively sound. They know what to look for now when it comes to Andrew Cassio. I think Alberto Machado can pull it out, man. It wasn't a situation where Cassio was whooping his ass and it was an ass beating that Machado wouldn't be able to adjust to. Nah, man, he got hit. He got hit with a good shot,
and it pretty much took him out the fight.
He didn't have the time to recover from it. It's kind of like what's his name? Pablo Cesar Cano and fucking Jorge Linares. Now, in that fight, it was more so because Cano came in that bitch as a junior middleweight. You know what I'm saying? At 140. But on top of that, again, Jorge Linares was just he got hit with a good shot, couldn't recover from it. And then he got ran over after that.
No concerns about Machado having to one more time get down to 130 pounds.
Yeah, that's a good thing to look at too. I mean, I don't really believe he was weight drained for that fight. I don't think so, man.
Okay.
I know
he right.
I don't know, but I know he had issues making weight, but I don't think he was particularly drained. I think he was good whenever it was fight night. He rehydrated well, and I think he was fine. He just got hit with a fucking shot that he couldn't recover from.
Okay.
In my opinion, anyway.
Well, man, there it is, man. Yeah, it was a consensus. Guillermo, Regondeaux-Julio, and Jermell Charlo should be victorious, and Jermell Charlo. Hopefully, we get an announcement not too long after this fight with Cota about a rescheduling of him versus Tony Harrison, because they got unfinished business, man. But we gonna wrap it up, man. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe. Colossal Sports TV, but remember, Colossal Sports TV is an association with 3kingsboxing.com. So if you see me anywhere, know I'm ripping 3kingsboxing.com to the fullest. Make sure you check out our Twitter page, 3kingsboxing, Facebook, 3kingsboxing, Instagram, 3kingsboxing, and most importantly, 3kingsboxing.com, the website, because we are pumping out articles like crazy. You know what I'm saying? We breaking news constantly, and you see why. You know what I'm saying? We are the team we are. We all know the sport of boxing inside and out, and the knowledge is forever growing. So if you want to challenge us, make sure you think twice about it, because you will get destroyed. And I say that 100% confidently. So from the squad, man, we out until next time. Peace.
We go.